Hey, I'm Myers, and today I got test pressings for a couple of records coming out on my label, Sioux. Um, First one I want to talk about is MonoDelux. Whole Dagger from MonoDelux. I became aware of him a few years ago. He was in a band called the Meat Daggers with Mitch Cartwright from the Humpers, and the fucking guys of the Humpers are like family to me. I absolutely love each and every one of them, and they the Humpers are like a dysfunctional fucking family. They love each other, but they don't always get along. And I've heard stories like I grew up around Mark Leaf in Sioux City. Mark's the guitar player is from Sioux City, and I was there the night he joined the Humpers. Basically, the story on Mark joining the Humpers was. The Humpers had lost a guitar player before they went on tour. They went on tour, and they walked into the Cattle Club in Sioux City, and Nuns with Guns was on stage. Nuns with Guns, it was Mark and Steve from Sioux City, and Kevin and Mark from Omaha. Mark Blackman playing drums, and Mark Lee playing guitar. But so walked in seeing those guys. Kevin and Mark both played guitar, and the story I heard from the guys in the Humpers was, they were going to get those guys drunk, and one of the two of those guys was going to join the band that night, and so went about partying and whatnot, and Kevin had kids and, was more tied down to the Midwest, and, it got to the point where, they said to Mark, we got this date in Detroit, and I think it was a date in Detroit and Chicago, and you want to go with us? And Mark just, being Mark, he was like, sure. And it finally got to the point where, Scott Drake is like, get your fucking shit and put it in the van. We're going. And so, Mark left that the next morning with those guys, going to Detroit and wherever else. I can't remember where the other date was, but came back from those few dates and packed up his shit. He used to have a little Nash Metropolitan, a little fucking white and blue Nash Metropolitan, and packed up his shit and moved out there to Long Beach and everything. And and that was right at the time when the Humpers were leaving Sympathy and signing to Epitaph, and but yeah, I love all those guys, and I've heard stories about Mark and Billy fighting in Germany one night, where Mark's not a very big guy, but you don't want him coming after you, because he just he won't. He's a tenacious motherfucker. He won't let go, and but love those guys. They're great. I love and I guess the older I get, the more Scott and I get to know each other, the more I appreciate him. And Mitch and his wife Terry they're just the best couple. I absolutely love Mitch and Terry, and great. And Jimmy and his wife, like we were out. My wife and I were out in Long Beach a couple years ago. It was before COVID, so it was more than a couple years ago. But and those guys were living in the Inland Empire, and they met us in Orange from Long Beach for dinner one night, and we had just a fucking ball hanging out with Mitch and Jimmy and those guys' wives and everything. And you know, Jimmy's a funny motherfucker. He's a charming. You know, like he's got that Italian charm shit going on, and Billy. Billy's a great friend of mine, and I love those guys. So Mitch was playing in a band called the Meat and Daggers, and so the guitar player guy goes by Ho Dagger, and he's got this new band MonoDelux, and approached me about doing their vinyl and got their test pressing here. Sounds fucking great, and anyways, what the pressing plants told me is approximately when I give a green light on a test pressing, approximately 3 to 4 months it will be done. So I'm going to send off the email tonight, given the green light. I've listened to it. Sounds fucking great. Play you a song off of it here. If you like what you hear, like I say, the record will be out in 3 or 4 months. So, anyways, and that's going to be on my record label, Sioux. And you can find it at the Sioux Guitars website when the release date gets closer. So, anyways, if you like these videos, like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're out on the coast, I just saw another show deal on the internet for another MonoDelux show coming up. Try to catch them. Great fucking band, great punk and roll. Dave Jansen, I think you're going to love this fucking record. So, anyways, thanks for watching.
They come in a franchise. Even though you're losing, just don't look around. They say Jesus can't save you, now release the house. From the birds to the gutters to the underground. Wild as ever, bitch, you never stop. Beaching and impeaching broken hearts in town. But you up, tear you down, yeah, I could around. I'm the deep dark suckers, mama fears the most. I'm the Father, I'm the Son, I'm the Holy Ghost. And they got me in a franchise. I'm in a franchise. Stop, look around, you're on the wrong side of town. Don't be brave, don't know where it goes. It goes bad, it goes worse, then you leave in a hearse. Don't forsake, that's the way it goes. And every time